Feeling absolutely nothing like December. We are talking about more potential record heat as our stretch of well above average continues. Yesterday managed to make it to 69 degrees. That's 19 days of above average temperatures. We are going to continue the stretch looking at about 3 weeks of above average temperatures in store for us going into the weekend. As far as your highs for your Christmas Eve, looking at temps in the upper 60s, maybe even some low 70s across some of our Denver neighborhoods. Taking you out into eastern Colorado, low to mid 70s. Down south, we could even see 80 degrees in Springfield for a high today. Our mountains well above average. Statewide, we are looking at some 20 to 30 plus degrees warmer than normal, maybe even 35 degrees warmer than normal. Look at Burlington, 34 degrees above our average high for this time of year. At the airport, that average high is 43 degrees. Today, again, we are much, much warmer than that. For Jefferson County neighborhoods, looking at 68 in Wheat Ridge, Lakewood getting to 69 for an afternoon high. If you're in the Golden area, 69 degrees, and Evergreen will sit at 62 for a high temperature today. For Adams County neighborhoods, you start to get into the heart of the metro. That's where we could see some of these temperatures warm into the low 70s. Places like Aurora and Commerce City, Henderson also possibly getting up to about 71 degrees for today. Brighton warming to about 69. Now by Christmas Eve tonight, as you're heading out, looking at the sky to find Santa, a little bit of cloud cover out there. Temperatures cooling into the low 40s. So just again, remember that perspective. Our afternoon high on average is about 43. Tonight, our overnight low in Denver is 41. We have been very dry, sunny, and warm, and it's all because of this big ridge of high pressure. But if you look out west, this is the radar. They're just getting absolutely pummeled with an atmospheric river there that is bringing a ton of flooding and a ton of heavy snow into the Sierras for California, and all that rain into California, Oregon, even up into Washington. Some of that making its way into the Arizona area. But because of the ridge of high pressure, it's just not making its way into Colorado. That ridge acts as kind of a blocker of that wet weather. Now, as we do start to move into the weekend, look closer to the weekend, we're going to see that jet stream pattern shift a little bit, and that will help push some of that moisture in as the high pressure retreats a little more off towards the southeast. We'll be able to tap in to some of that precipitation. And for the high country, it'll start late tonight in some of our mountain areas, but by tomorrow afternoon, we'll be looking at a little rain, kind of a rain-snow mix, so we could see some falling precipitation. As you'll notice, though, we're talking scattered shower chances in the mountains for tomorrow, and it's kind of a little more higher elevation snow. Some of that wet weather that we'll see in some of our lower mountain or lower elevation mountain areas will come as kind of a rain-snow mix. But by Friday night, we're going to track a better chance at more snow. 6:25 Friday evening, Steamboat starting to see a little bit of that. We'll start to watch more of that wet weather move in, more of that snow start to fill into our mountain areas going into the weekend. Most of the snow is going to fall and accumulate in our northern mountains, but that said, we're still looking at some decent accumulation across parts of the high country going into the weekend. So that is some very, very good news, especially for all those folks who came to Colorado or who were headed up to the mountains hoping for a white Christmas, a good snowy Christmas weekend. You'll get some of that, but not exactly on Christmas Day. It's just following that. Now, this only takes us to Saturday at about 7 o'clock. You just can kind of see the trend here that we're anticipating most of that snow up near the Park Range. But again, for the next couple of days, near record-breaking heat. Christmas looks like we're going to be tying or breaking some records here in the Denver area. Gradually cooling as we head into the weekend. Saturday, we're in the 50s, and by Sunday, we're actually near normal. That's when we in the Denver area could see just a little bit of precipitation late Saturday night and into Sunday. Not anticipating much, but some wet weather we could see down here in the lower elevations. It's all very short-lived. Our trip to normal it only takes us one day as we head back to well above average, rounding out the year on a warm and sunny note, and then we begin the beginning of 2026 above average.